Hey guys, how are you today? I hope you're having an absolutely phenomenal day. So, this video is specifically for my entrepreneurs that are out there and my staffingpreneurs. I'm reaching out today because I have like one big question to ask. It's so interesting because I talk to entrepreneurs every day, all day, and there's a common thread or a common theme that I see amongst entrepreneurs and amongst staffingpreneurs. So let me ask you the question. I'm eager to pose this question to you. My question is, have you ever started something? I mean, like, was so fired up about it, like, wow, screaming, like, this is for me. I know I can do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to dominate it. And then, like, a month later, it's like you're not even thinking about it. Or 3 months later, you're thinking about it, but you have just allowed everything, under the sun to get in front of, to take precedence over that one thing that you were looking to start and implement. If you have ever experienced that, I don't know if you can resonate with me because I've definitely, experienced that. I really want to talk to you today about how you can shift that and really start to focus on actually implementing your goals and your dreams. Hello. So let me tell you a really quick story because I think it's some things that you don't know about me. So first of all, I've been in staffing for over 20 years and I have owned two staffing agencies, and I would like to say a semi-third because when I first originally had the idea of starting my own staffing business, I was like many of you, I was like sticking my feet in the water just like a toe, just to really see whether or not this business was going to work for me. I was like nervous about it because I had been on the other side of things where I simply just did recruiting, but never from the business perspective. So I tested the waters to see if I could actually generate some revenue, and I did. But I'm telling you, it was a crazy experience because I didn't generate half as much as revenue as I could have. I had no direction whatsoever. My business wasn't set up properly. I don't even think it was set up at all. I mean, I think the only thing that I did was legalize the business. And I thought literally that I had set the business up because I had legalized it. Boy, did I figure things out very quickly. I had no direction. I didn't know who I was going to call. I had an idea, but I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't have any strategies. I didn't have any thoughts or plans about, what happens if I get so busy that I need to hire somebody? Am I prepared for that? Or what happens if I land a client and they give me 60 job orders instead of one? And what happens if my client doesn't pay me after I've made the placement? All of those things I didn't even think about. I just went in head first. And it was the most traumatic experience of my life, literally. So many things happened. And I'm not saying because of that, but I will tell you that my marriage literally failed right in front of my eyes. Because I was trying to spend so much time. I wasn't even trying. I was spending so much time in the business, spinning my wheels. I wasn't giving my husband the attention that he wanted at the time. And so it took a major toll on our marriage, and our marriage ultimately dissolved, and I ended up moving. So that was one of the biggest things that I realized, that I spent so much time spinning my wheels that it affected my personal life. Even my daughter came to me and said, "You're here, but you're not here." And she was a little girl then. And I was just like, holy crap, I've got to figure this thing out. So what I ultimately did was I went back and I had a come to quote unquote Jesus moment. All right, what are you going to do, lady? Are you going to stick this thing out? Are you going to quit and go back and get a job? Are you defeated? What's the deal? And I decided that I was going to take a step back for a moment and to really get my business set up the right way. So what I did was this is when I really kind of understood or came across that big light bulb about the niche, right? And so I decided on a specific niche. I was only going to place recruiters. Contract recruiters, to be specific, is what I had wanted to focus on, but I ended up placing recruiters on the contract, direct hire, what have you. So the niche piece was important. And then I went and got a coach. Yes, I've been in this business for a long time, but I went and got a coach, somebody that could help me understand the business side of things. So it wasn't necessarily to understand how to recruit and staff and sell. Those things I could do like the back of my head. Like that was a no-brainer for me. But what was challenging for me was the business side of things, understanding how to create my production metrics, understanding how to hire internally, how to hire externally when somebody else isn't doing the work for me. I'm doing the work on my own, right? Understanding all of the tools and resources that are available to me, understanding strategy, the importance of strategy. The biggest mistake that I had made, which is why I go so hard with you guys, is not knowing my market. That was bananas. So I learned a lot from being able to work with someone who understood the business side of things. And after that, I was able to grow my business within a matter of 9 months, right? So 3 months after I started and was like, I don't know if I can do this. I made $1 million in real life. It was crazy because when my accountant called me and said, you'll never believe this shit, I was like, oh my God. Like I was in there like doing holy dances and stuff at the time. It was crazy. So I had achieved a goal that I didn't even know that I had the ability to achieve, which was really cool. And I was able to double my income in that perspective and really dive into my niche market. And it just became something so freaking beautiful. And so now I'm in a position where I've done it twice. I have for myself. I've done it for tons of agencies. I would say probably about 100 or so. Help them set up and launch their business and scale their businesses as well. I am now world renowned. Is that the better word? I'm an author now, have a podcast now, have a YouTube channel now. I have, I'm a social influencer in the recruitment and staffing space. And it's just amazing. I help corporate companies increase their revenue and staffing agencies increase their revenue through their recruiting department and the processes that they bring about. So I've been able to achieve a lot of things. I am also extremely in love with my life. Like when I say I'm in love with my life, I am in love with my life. I'm in love with my business schedule. I'm in love with my clients. I'm in love with the people that I meet on a consistent basis. It's just an absolutely phenomenal feeling. And so I'm really excited to get you to the place of where I am. I really am excited to take that idea of starting a niche recruitment and staffing business and making it real. Or if you already have it established and you are looking to really take your business to the next level. Many people I talk to have been in business for a very long time and haven't made a placement, haven't gotten their first contract. Some people are self-sabotaging themselves. I've been there, I've done that. I know you have too. You can relate to that. So many different scenarios, and experiences that we're all in and phases of life that we're in. But today I want to talk to you about something specific. I want to talk to you about getting from point A to point B in your business, then getting from point B to point G in your business, and then going from point G to point Z and infinity. Okay, so Staffingpreneurs Academy initially was a self-paced learning program. You go in, here's the information, you figure it out, and from there, if you're a winner, whoa! If you're a loser, oh well, right? And I don't mean it in a negative way, but that's just kind of how the portal was set up because I thought people wanted freedom, the ability to go in, get all their information right off the break, and kind of go from there. Because I thought that everyone was like me. I thought that, when you make up your mind to do something by any means necessary, you start to have that mentality, even when things aren't going your way. And after being a part of this academy and running the academy for the past I think we're going on our 5-year anniversary next year. Is that crazy? I don't know. Maybe this year is the 5-year anniversary. That's crazy. But anyway, I have learned a lot about people and what they're capable of doing. And I realized that I am somewhat extraordinary. And while there are many people that are out there, maybe you, that are extraordinary as well, there are so many people who are not. So you may be one of those individuals that really needs accountability, that really needs somebody to kind of guide you through that process, that can really sit down and give you things step by step, motivate you throughout the course of the week so that you can actually implement the things that you need to implement and to actually execute, right? Showing you how to think around the business though, specifically, right? So I'm not here to be your mama or anything like that, but I want to show you how to strategically think around the business. I want you to have a founder's mentality, okay? And sometimes that's hard to have when you've been working for someone else for a very long time. So I want to help you shift from that employee mindset to a very entrepreneurial mindset. Take away any employee habits that you may have and that you have maybe have accumulated along the way, but still being able to be empathetic to the lifestyle of an employee as well, which is so important, right? So those are the things that, that I want to talk to you about today. I'm going to roll over into our program because if you are in the situation where you're either looking to start, you're not sure how to set the business up, you're not sure what to do, or you think you're set up because you legalized the business and got a website and don't realize that there's so much more to set up the business than that, then you're going to want to stick around. If you're already in business and you've already set the business up, but you have literally been trying to get your first contract and make your first placement, or maybe just trying to get your first check, you want to stick around. Maybe you're already established and you're looking to level up and go to that next level that will help set you apart from the competition. You're going to want to stick around. Are you ready to learn more? Let's get started. So let's talk about the Staffingpreneurs Academy Setup, Launch, and Grow program. This is our group coaching program where we take you from setup to launch, then from launch to your first 3 placements, and then to scale and triple your revenue. You ready? All right. So there are 3 types of staffingpreneurs that I come in contact with on a consistent basis. And I want you to look at these 3 and let me know where you fit in. All right. So typically it could be a staffingpreneur who needs to set up their business the right way so that they can launch and are in dire need of help. Help me, D. I don't know where to start. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think I know how to legalize the business, but I'm not really sure. Can you help me, please? The second type of person is the person who's already set up or believes that they are, but they need to launch and actually grow and get a contract and start selling and recruiting and sourcing and utilizing all the strategies that they created. Is that you? I don't know. And then the third type of staffingpreneur that I come in contact with, they're already up, established, running, making placements. They're typically doing between 250, thousand a year up to 10 million or more, right? But they're looking to scale. They're looking to take their business to the next level. And I want you to focus on where you are right now and how I can help you get to that next level. And that's literally what we are talking about today. Today, we are talking about the new improved version of Staffingpreneurs Academy. Yes, you have to level up, right? Okay, so this program is 18 months short. This is an 18-month program in its full entirety. Okay, and you don't want to miss one moment of it, I promise you. So let me talk to you a little bit about the program and give you a brief overview. So first things first, you'll spend your first 7 weeks setting your business up. Now, this is super important because when I get those calls, the big thing that people tell me all the time is my business is set up and I need to know how to find clients. That's the first thing they say to me. And I say, okay, great. What's your niche? I say, I'm going to do healthcare. That's what I hear most of the time. I say, okay, great, but that's not your niche. That's your industry. What's your niche? I'm going to place nurses. Okay, great. but that's not your hardcore niche. That's the position that you're filling. Who's your niche market? And they never have a clue. So that lets me know that they're definitely not set up properly. So that's number one. Number two, I asked them, how'd you set your business up? Oh, I went and got legalized and now I'm set up and ready to meet with clients. That is inaccurate. Okay. It typically takes me roughly 6 weeks to set up a niche recruitment and staffing business, depending on how my clients work. Sometimes my clients take forever to set up their business. So it could take even longer. If you're a procrastinator or someone who doesn't have a lot of free time to invest in the business, 6 weeks is being super generous. But if you are in a program where you're being guided, you can ensure for sure that your business will be set up properly, compliant with the law and so forth, with all the tools and resources and everything that you need. So the moment that you launch, you can go right in with a strategy that you know is going to work, right? That's what we're talking about today. So for 7 weeks, we're going to get your business set up. And we're going to talk about that in detail. The next part of the program, after you graduate from that 7-week program, the last week, that 7th week, was actually more of an audit week, which we'll talk about. But then you get to graduate and go to our Launch Up and Grow program, which I call my Triple M program. I've got a lot of names for it because we focus on 3 things: your market, marketing, and metrics. Wow, I know that excited you, right? So 1 to 6 months to land your first contract and to make 3 solid placements. Now, that's just 1 to 6 months, right? It can take you longer than 6 months, depending on how you function. It can take you less than a month, depending on how you function. So there is no guarantee of the time frame that it'll take in order for you to achieve those goals. Most people typically achieve those goals rather sooner than later, but that's totally up to you. So we'll get into that in more detail. So once you've achieved that, then we will spend the next 12 months working on your brand, working on your core value, what you bring to the market, to your specific niche market and industry. And that's so important today because people do business with people they like, but they also do business with people they trust. And you build trust by, honestly, one of the ways is becoming an influencer. And so the 1-year program is really a play off of the 1 to 6 month program. It's that on steroids, I would like to say, because you really start to get into implementing sales and business development strategies that are on a grander level, right? Strategies that will allow you to be a true thought leader, a true influencer within your niche space. Super exciting stuff. We'll do daily and weekly accountability calls. You'll get exclusive access to our private Facebook group. We will have live group coaching, which is weekly. There is hot seat engagement. I'll tell you right now that our group coaching programs only hold 100 people. So once we hit that limit, this program will be on a waiting list only, okay? So hot seat engagement is imperative. You're also going to get digital downloads, scripts, contracts, processes, and forms. If you are already a part of the Academy, some of these digital downloads will be duplicate. Many will not be. They'll be brand new. If you've purchased documents off of a recruitmentstore.com, again, these are going to be documents that will only be offered specifically in this group, and scripts and different things like that. So just be aware of that. Also, you get a monthly Q&A coaching call, which is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's one of the most exciting calls of the month, and I get really, really excited about that. We have awards and recognition that you'll be able to interact with, and you'll also get 50% off of our annual startup conference that happens in May. So this is just like a general overview, but let's dive in so you can really get an idea of what's going to take place, because I want you to have full comfortability in joining this program. All right. All right, so first of all, let's talk about a little bit about awards and recognition. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this now is because literally everything that you do is geared towards you earning badges and awards and recognition. My phone just said, "What are you saying?" So it's around that. So let's talk about that. So when you start in the startup program, that 7-week program, and no matter where you are during the time of our annual convention, if you're just getting started or within that 7-week, when we have our annual convention next May, you will put a startup badge on, okay? So that means that you're currently enrolled in that program. When we have our live startup conference next year and you're in the 6-month launch up program, you'll have the launch up badge. And you can, so that will be very beneficial for you. Now, if you're a startup graduate by the time that we do our live annual startup conference, then you will have the startup graduate badge. Okay. And if you have graduated from the Launch Up program, you'll have the Launch Up graduate badge. And if you're an influencer, you'll earn the influencer badge. You can have a number of badges, just so you know. So if you're an influencer, you may be an influencer and you may have your startup and launch up graduate badges as well. You may be in the launch up stage, and you are a graduate of the startup graduate program. So you may have those 2 badges. So you're going to accumulate lots of badges, I'm going to tell you now. And the people who have the most badges are the ones that represent. Okay. So you can earn badges based on where you are in the program during the time of our convention. Now, let's get into this a little bit more, because every time you do something in this program, you also earn a badge. Okay, so if you generate $100,000 in sales between now and May 2020, you will earn the Survivor badge. Why? Because you actually generated revenue, but it wasn't enough to really be exciting, but it was enough to say, holy crap, I can do this, right? So you're on this path to really push and get to the next level. So you're a survivor. You're moving. I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to, whatever. I don't know the words. So you're a survivor. You'll get the survivor badge. But you don't want to stop there. You want to go beyond the survivor badge. That's not the badge that you want to represent at the award ceremony. Although it's a great badge to have, because that will let everyone know to help you even more, to give you tips, to give you tricks and different things you can do so that you can go to that next level. What's that next level? Superstar. That's right. You can definitely earn a superstar badge award and a certificate when you generate $250,000 worth of sales in your business. So I'm really excited about that, because that's the next level. It's very interesting, and I'll talk about the stats of staffing agencies in a moment, but that 250,000 number is so prominent to me, because on the website, I have a form that people fill out, right? And they're like, I say, tell me, what's your financial goal? And the number that I see more than anything is $250,000, which is a goal that I don't even want to see. I want to see millions, right? But 250,000 is kind of like a standard goal, and that I see that people have. So you get to be a superstar if you're able to reach that goal. All right. And you've got to do that between the time that we start and May of next year. Okay. So if not, you could be an all-star and get your all-star badge. All-star badge winners not just get the badge award, but they also get a certificate and they get a cool plaque. Okay, which is really cool. So you have to generate $500,000 in sales a year in order to earn the All-Star badge. We have tons of All-Stars in the Academy currently right now, tons of superstars, tons of survivors, and we only have a handful of these folks, which I'm so excited to be able to recognize them for all the work that they're doing. And that is the Boss Award. Hello, the Boss Badge Award. So you actually get the badge, you get the certificate, a plaque, and we're going to do a very special gift, which you'll learn more about as we get closer to the conference. It may be a surprise until the day that we get the event. It just depends on how many people people actually hit the boss status. But that's great if you've got the boss status because you've earned $1 million plus a year in sales in your business. And I believe we have about 10 to 15, maybe 25 max in the academy that's earning more than $1 million. Now that's super important for you to know, because there was some research done with staffing industry analysts recently, and they stated that out of the 19,000 staffing agencies that are in the United States alone, 10,000 of them are making $1 million or less. Is that not crazy? That's because they're not set up properly and they don't know their market, and I can go down the list, but 10,000. The reason why this Boss Award is important is because we need you to make more than $1 million so that you can be a part of the other 10,000 who are doing more than $1 million. All right? And that's the goal. It is not hard to get to $1 million. It seems that way because you may not have seen $1 million before. Some of you have seen multi-millions, but it is not as hard as you think. Once you get over that threshold, your next threshold will be 5 million, then 10 million, and then you'll increase your revenue and by 5 in increments, right? But you've got to know that you have the ability to make way more than $1 million in this business. This is a $1 billion business model. And so we're going to do that. Now, there's another award that I want to give away, and that's a founding member award. So any staffingpreneur that have been with me between 2014 and 2016, you will walk around the conference with your founding member badge on. That's right. You're representing Staffingpreneurs Academy down to the core, and I'm so thankful for that. Mwah, I love you all. And then I want to add some more badges. I want our badges to be like crazy. When you get your conference, what do you get? The thing, I can't even think of the thing you put around, badge that you put around your neck. I want that thing to have badges on the side, on the front, up, down, back. So as you're walking around the facility and you're talking to the hundreds of other staffingpreneurs, clients, candidates, vendors, whatever, they'll know exactly your status, where you are, and what you bring to the table. And you'll also have people who are going to be looking to do the same thing. They're going to be looking to achieve what you and I have achieved as well. So we want to be a positive force for them. So we're going to do a lot of different things over the next year to figure out what badges should we add to what award badges should we add to our main conference badge, and what's super dope and super exciting. So, all right, now that I've gotten past all of the formalities around just an overview of the program, let's really dive into the program in more detail so you can actually see what it's about. Okay, so 7 weeks to get your business set up. This is the Setup to Launch group coaching. It starts May 1st, 2019. Okay. Now, week 1, we're going to do an intro into recruitment and staffing. Week 2, we're going to choose your niche. Week 3, we're going to do your strategy and roadmaps. Week 4, we're going to set up your business. Week 5, we're going to talk about branding and marketing. Week 6 is your owner's business basics. And week 7, it's going to launch. Now, before I dive into this, is something I have to tell you. This is no longer a course where I just give you information and you figure it out. No. You're going to literally have homework assignments and things that you have to do in order to be able to graduate the program after week 7 and move on to the Launch and Grow program. So you're literally going to get set up in 7 weeks. And I'll just do a quick spoiler that, the information is going to be disseminated every day, so that it's not overwhelming for you at all. So you have little tiny tasks to do every day in order to create something majorly big. So let's dive in. So week 1 is Intro to Recruitment and Staffing. You're going to learn about the business and how it works. Day 1, we're going to talk about understanding recruitment and staffing, the industry as a whole. Day 2, we're going to talk about problem solutions and benefits, which is going to be so freaking crucial for you in sales and business development and in recruitment and sourcing. This is the piece that people typically want to skip over, but it is the most important piece of this whole training. Okay, so problem solutions and benefits. Then we're going to talk about your services and product offerings and the pricing and the options that you have, as a recruitment and staffing agency. We're going to talk about mistakes that are commonly made and your mindset. Then day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're going to create your vision and bring it to life. Day 6, we're going to talk about your launch, because we're all going to typically launch around the same time. So we're going to plan that launch out. And for some of you, that launch is going to be a huge party. For some of you, it's going to be wine and cheese. And for some of you, it's going to be like, oh, Dee, thank you for getting me there. I just want to launch, right? So we're going to talk about that. And then we have day 7 is typically where we have our group coaching call. And so you're really going to love that, because we'll sit down and we'll talk about, okay, this is what we were tasked to do throughout the course of the week. And have you got it done? What were your challenges? What were not? And it's going to be great, because most people are going to be literally on that week and doing things at the same time. So really cool. By week's end, you'll have accomplished creating your vision board and you'll have your launch date planned. All right. And notice, and I think you kind of heard me, each bullet point represents a day of the week. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, and then we go back into the next one. So really, really cool stuff. All right, let's go to week 2. So week 2 is choose your niche, and you'll learn about your market so that you can be clear on who you're going to be contacting and communicating with based on clearly established goals and where they're located, and really also the why. And so throughout the course of the week, day 1, we're going to create our financial and market share goals, because this is my goal. This is why the program is 18 months long. I want you to have market share. I don't want you to just make enough money to pay your bills or make enough money to replace the income that you have. I want you to have market share. Okay. And market share doesn't happen overnight. It took Google 4 years to get a piece of market share. Okay. Now they're one of the most richest companies on the planet. So woosah, we're going to get there. But in order to get there, you have to have a vision, and you have to have a plan, and you have to have goals. And we're going to do that with your financial and market share goals. Then we're going to choose the industry that you're going to work with. Many of you already know what industry you want to be in. Some of you don't. It's fine. We're going to choose your industry and learn everything about that industry. Then we're going to define the problem that the people in that industry are having specifically. Okay. Then we're going to choose your candidate role, what candidate specific title you're going after. Notice I said title. Many of you, if you're a one man or woman business, I will not allow more than one niche title to start with, because the research is going to be so overwhelming for you, you're never going to move. We're going to start with one core position, and we're going to help you get market share around that one core position. And then as you begin to develop your presence within your market, I promise you, I won't be able to hold you back. You're going to have so many clients coming after you to fill so many different types of roles. It'll be crazy. But as a starting point, we want to start with one role in particular. If you're already up and established and you're dominating a piece of the market right now, and you're starting from scratch, you're going back to the basics, which many of you will do in this course to make sure that you have everything set up the way you want so that you can really grow, then you may have more than one position, and that's okay. But I'm letting you know now that if you're working more than one position, you're going to have a lot of work to do during this course, because we do not start connecting and reaching out to clients and candidates until we have a clear understanding of our market. Okay. So then you're going to choose your target market. All right. And then you're going to choose your client role, who's the hiring manager who's being reported to. We'll have our Zoom accountability call on that Sunday. And then by week's end, you will have accomplished completing part 1 of your $1 million playbook, including the completion of your 5-year financial and market share roadmap. This is literally one of the biggest sections in this training. It's something that we will do from now until the end of the 18 months. We're going to set this thing up so that it'll be automated for you so that you can really learn your market. But this is going to be something that you'll never stop doing until the end of time. Okay. All right. Then week 3, we're going to do strategy and roadmaps. And many people I've already heard have stated that they're going to get on board with this course for week 2 and week 3 and week 6 specifically, right? Because these are the areas that they didn't realize that were associated with the setup of the business, right? So you're going to learn what's important to your market and how you'll connect with them. Day 1, we're going to talk about the options you have for strategy. Day 2, we're going to map out your client and candidate journey. You're probably going to want to sit down for this and literally put 2 to 4 hours in for this. And I'm almost sure on this particular day, I'm going to go live to do a lecture and to really just talk about, even though it'll be something in the group coaching portal, but to really talk about what it means to map out your client and candidate journey. It's going to be really awesome. Then you're going to start learning about sales and recruitment, email and funnel marketing automation. Because one of the things that I want to do with this particular group coaching is I want you to be as automated as possible. I'm going to show you how I automate everything. This is something that I typically only do with my clients that I work with that have signed up for the $1 million package. Okay. If it's less than that, I don't do automation because it is so intense. But my clients that do the $1 million package, they typically are prepared. They're more strategic. They're business founder focused, and they understand the benefits of automation. I'm going to take some of that of what I teach and what I do and implement for those clients, and I'm going to help you automate your business. This has never been done before with any of my programs. So this will be an introduction and kind of get you started into that space, okay? Then the next day, day 4, we're going to survey the market. Day 5, we're going to create your website content, or at least the starting point of it. For those of you who are going to be in this program who already have an established website, you are definitely going to want to chime in this week. I guarantee your website content isn't as good as it can be. And it's not working for you. It's just words sitting on the screen. We want to set your website up to make sure that your website is working on your behalf, okay? Then we're going to go into creating lead magnets. We'll have our group coaching accountability call. And then by week's end, you'll have completed part 2 of your $1 million playbook. You'll create and launch a survey campaign. You'll create your email marketing account and build your first mini automation. We're also going to complete your website content outline, okay? Then in week 4, this is where we set up the business. You're going to learn what's needed to get the business set up from a legal perspective. Okay, so notice I haven't even set the business up until week 4. How many of you guys have an idea and you started the business up or set the business up on week 1? You can't do that until you really know what's going on, in my opinion. So this week, we're going to develop the business name, domain, email, determine your business location, get your business structured, get all your funding and insurance in place, make sure that you have your technology in place. We're going to go into part 2 of sales and recruitment, email marketing, funnel automation. I'm not going to talk about that because it is specific to this group coaching program, but I'm telling you right now, if you don't have any automation going on in your business other than your ATS, you're going to want to be a part of this group coaching program. We're going to talk about credentialing and any additional resources that you need to make sure that everything is set up properly. We'll do our Zoom call at the end of the week and where we do our coaching. And then by the end of the week, your business will be completely registered and legally compliant. You'll have your funding and insurance in place. Your technology will be acquired and ready for onboarding. Your website content will be drafted and completed. So some of the stuff that we did in week 3 is going to come over in week 4. It's going to be pretty aggressive by the time we get to week 4 because we are so close to being ready, up and compliant and ready to start talking to clients and candidates, right? So then in week 5, we're going to dive into branding and marketing. You're going to learn how to establish and represent your business value to your market, to your niche market. So you're going to define your brand, and that is a whole process. We're going to spend 2 hours focusing on you defining who you are from a branding perspective. You're going to get your logo done, your website shell, because you already have your content. I think the biggest mistake that newbies make is they order the website before having the content. So you got to have the content first, and then the developer can build around your content. So we'll get your website ordered and ready. Then we'll build out your social media brand. So you'll define at the top of your brand what social platforms you're going to get on and dominate. So we'll go in and do that at that time. Then we'll design any print materials that you may have, like a sales sheet or business cards, stationery, different things like that. We'll go into part 2, 102, okay, of sales, recruitment, email marketing, funnel automation. By this time, you're going to have a light automation going on. I'm just going to tell you that now. You're already going to be having some type of like entrepreneur orgasms, right? Because you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it's really happening. It's going to be so exciting. Then we're going to go and do our group coaching Zoom accountability call. And by the end of the week, you'll have your ATS on board and training. So like when you get your ATS, you have to test them out and then make a decision. And then after that, they onboard you and train you. All of that will be completed by week 5. Your brand logo will be designed, social media outlets created, business cards ordered and waiting on delivery, website design started. By week 6, now we're going into the business basics from an owner. You're going to learn how to operate, run, and grow your business. Now, in the old school academy, I don't dive into this part as aggressively as I will with this group coaching program, which is why it's going to be super important for you to actually literally take this group coaching, because like I said, week 6, week 2, 3, and 6 are like so imperative. And so you're going to get an intro to recruitment and staffing business owners basics. So just the basic things that you need to know and understand about how to run the business, not how to work in the business, how to run the business. 2 totally different things. Then we're going to go over your performance goals and metrics, and we're actually going to establish them for you. Then we're going to go into building your processes that are specific to your candidates, building your processes that are specific to your clients, getting your contracts, your policies, procedures, and processes together for the business as a whole. It's going to be a super busy week. Then we're going to talk about how to hire internal staff, and then we'll do our group coaching. By week's end, you'll have 1 sales automation funnel completed. By week 6, you will have a sales automation funnel completed. What does that mean, D? That means that you're giving clients an opportunity to come to you versus you having to go out to them. You'll have 1 complete recruitment automation funnel completed, which means you'll be able to tap into not just active, but semi-active and passive candidates without you having to reach out to them. All your processes will be set up for your business and completed. You'll have your starter performance goals in place with a strong understanding of how metrics affect your business. You will have read, edited, reviewed, and submitted your contracts for your attorney to review and approve. And finally, you will learn how to hire internally to help support the growth of your business and build your internal hiring strategy. By the time we finish this week, you're going to be at week 7, time to launch. And what we're going to do, this will give you some free time day 1 to start getting whatever you're missing. You've got an additional 1, 2, 3 days to get that. That's it. Outside of the weekends to get everything up so that you can launch. Okay. You're going to submit your checklist review submission. So me and my team are going to literally sit down and we're going to go through your setup process to make sure you're compliant and approved and ready for launch. Okay. We are giving you access to the Google Drive when you sign up. So you'll be able to upload all your stuff in there. My team and I are literally going to go through and look at all of your stuff to make sure everything is complete throughout the entire process. And then we'll do an audit at the end. So we're accepting your audit review submissions all the way up to day 4. That's the final day that you can submit it. So by day 5, day 6, you can breathe a little bit, because that'll be during the time that we'll be going in and finishing up the final people to make sure that they have been launched and their audit went perfectly. And then the end of the week, we'll have a setup program completion ceremony on Zoom. And you'll also get a little certificate of completion and a badge, okay, that will be sent to you physically. And it will just basically state that you have completed this program and you're ready to launch your business. Now, at this point, you can feel free to stay with the program and go and work towards getting your first contract and your placements, or you can leave the program at this point and go out on your own. You're officially launched. You know what to do from here. Okay? So at the end of the week, you'll officially have launched your niche recruitment and staffing business, and now you're ready to start talking to candidates and clients. Woohoo! All right, now, some of you are going to say, no, this was so daggone good, D. Williams. I need to stick around. I want to go to the next level, and you're going to continue to move on with the program, and you're going to graduate to the launch and go to scale Triple M Group Coaching Program. And this program is 6 months. It's a part of the core program. Some of you will come in during this time. Some of you will continue to be here from day one. So just keep that in mind. This program starts on June 26, 2019. And month one, we spend the entire month focusing on researching, cold calling, warm calling, and hot calling. Month two, LinkedIn and the power of referrals. Month three, recruitment, marketing, funnel, and automation. Month four, sales and marketing funnel automation. Month five, network and event your way to millions. Month six is skill marketing. Now, the reason why I made this only 6 months, or this particular section, these are the 6 core things that you want to do to generate business and to generate an amazing talent pipeline. If you can do these 6 things, you will land many contracts and make many placements, okay? But the reason why I do them for a whole month long, because sometimes you need practice. You need strategy. You need to figure out how it fits into the new schedule that you're creating for yourself as a new staffingpreneur. It's so many different dynamics that takes place. And when you don't have time to really get into a particular process or to get into a particular strategy, then your mind goes elsewhere. You start doing other things and you never actually implement. So we're going to spend a whole month teaching and executing, teaching and implementing, teaching, strategizing, and making shit happen. Really. Okay? So let's go into this because I'm excited. I'm like, okay? So the first thing you need to also know is that everything that we do from this point forward is all about you literally creating, reaching milestones. So we're going to create your first milestone goal. It's about hitting this milestone, okay? So your goal is to source and pipeline a minimum of 50 applicants, a minimum over the 6-month time period. You should hit that in week 2, okay? Schedule 3 appointments with potential clients, okay? You can do that in your first month easy. But that's the goal. I want you to schedule at least 3 appointments with potential clients, okay? So the first goal is going to be source and pipeline 50 applicants. Second goal is to schedule 3 appointments with potential clients. The third goal is to land your first client with a signed contract. The fourth goal is to make your first placement. Your fifth goal is to make 2 more placements. I would like to see you make 5 placements before you graduate from this program, or even 10. Because then you'll be an expert, I feel like, in some ways. But, we'll start off with 3. So let's dive in to this a little bit more so that you can get an understanding of how this is all going to work. So month 1, July, we're going to do research, cold calling, warm calling, hot calling. You'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base by calling candidates and clients specific to your market. We're going to start this month out the old school way, using the phone. You will spend this month getting comfortable calling candidates and clients so that you can reach your business goals. By the time you complete this month's coaching, you will love making calls because you'll be confident in what you're calling about. We'll have a live lecture. And I don't want to say every week, but I'm almost sure it'll be every week because the way I have the guests scheduled out, every week a different guest is going to potentially come on to the call for the coaching. So weeks that we don't have a guest, yours truly will be delivering the content. Weeks that we do have a guest, I won't be delivering content. The guest will. And you will have step-by-step instructions, phone scripts, homework assignments. Oh, it's going to be on. You're going to be so sick of D. Williams. It's crazy. We'll also do our weekly group coaching call, and it's our sourcing and sales results coaching call. So everything is, I told you, this whole portion of the program is about knowing your market. It's about marketing, and it's about metrics, your 3 M's, right? And so everything that we do on the group coaching call from this point on, from July on forward, is about the numbers. It's not just about what you've accomplished. It's about the numbers. And it's not just about the numbers that you say. They have to be proven numbers where you screenshot or you give me or one of my coaches access to be able to see what you're doing. So it doesn't make sense for you to join a group coaching program if you're not going to get anything out of it. We had a group coaching program, and not a group coaching, but we did kind of like a challenge. And we had a couple of people in that program, not being honest about the numbers that they were accumulating, and it just kind of turned people off. But we didn't ask for proof. For this group coaching program, proof is required every week in order to be recognized and really to be able to move forward. We need to know that you're actually doing the work. And I promise you, once you start getting into it, you're going to start seeing results super quickly, okay? By month's end, you'll have accomplished the screen and profiling of 50 candidates within your niche market. You'll start shooting for your first sales milestone by scheduling 3 appointments with potential clients, and you'll have completed a call plan to use in your business, okay? By month 2, now you have under your belt how to cold call, warm call, and hot call. Now you're going to learn how to talk to clients online using LinkedIn and the power of referrals. Okay, you'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using LinkedIn contacts and content specific to your niche market. Right now, the focus is on hitting your goals. And one of the fastest way to accomplish that is using LinkedIn and the power of referrals. All right, that's our focus for this month. By the end of this month, you'll be a LinkedIn Pro user ready to use what you've learned this month in the next 2 months ahead to really automate your business and take it to the next level. You'll learn new tips, tricks, and actually launch a LinkedIn campaign. Yes, how excited. Oh, and our guests this month are super bananas. I've already got them locked in and booked. I'm telling you. You're going to love this month's training. If you are, you won't be afraid of the phone by the end of week 1, but you'll be able to see the power of LinkedIn in addition to what you can do over the phone. You're going to be shut your mouth, right? All right, we'll do our live lecture throughout the course of the week, throughout the course of the month, step-by-step instruction and homework assignments with we're at the end of each week, we do a Go Get 'em sourcing and sales results coaching call. And by the end of the month, you'll have a fully set up LinkedIn profile, 2 full LinkedIn referral automations, candidate and client. And then we'll also connect LinkedIn to your ATS depending on your ATS so they work together. All right. Then we're going to go into week 3 where we're going to talk about the recruitment, marketing, and funnel automation. Now, you've already started this process. You've done a funnel automation at this point. What we're going to do is take that automation and put it on steroids, or we'll create new ones for some of you. For some of you, you'll just be joining the program at that point. So it'll be your first time getting into this. And so it'll be a learning experience for you where everyone else will already be up to speed and up to date on this. So you got to beware of that, okay? So you'll learn how to increase your influence, grow your candidate and client base using recruitment marketing funnels with back-end automation, creating value specific to your market. All right, so listen, we're on a mission. And at this point, hitting your goals are a must because you're in month 3. By this time, you should have landed your first contract. You should have made your first couple of placements, or at least one, and ready for money to come in. By month 3, that's where you should be. Now you're at a go pace, right? Where you want to add on, because remember, you get to earn a badge based on the money that you make, and we still have 3 more months to go. So this is really going to give you an opportunity to hit your $1 million mark or to hit the $500,000 mark. I don't know. It's going to be so awesome though. All right, now, I'm so excited. Can you hear that? Can you feel this energy? It's crazy, right? So it's time to beef up your recruitment marketing automation so that your candidate flow from both the active and passive side are constantly flowing through your candidate pipeline. And this is just another way to level up your business to increase your chances of reaching your goals. You ready? So we're going to do our live lectures. We'll do our coaching call. By the month's end, you'll have accomplished creating 2 sourcing recruitment funnels to generate active and passive candidate leads in your business. You'll create 2 types of automations to support both sourcing and recruitment funnels. So you're really starting to get into your market in more detail and really tapping into not just active talent, but semi-active and passive talent as well. Then we'll move on to month 4, where we'll do the sales marketing funnel and automation. You're going to learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using sales marketing funnels with back-end automation, creating value to your specific market. Oh yes, this month we're diving headfirst into the sales and business development marketing automation for niche recruitment and staffing businesses. Now you might be wondering, Dee, what does that mean? It means that clients come to you without you having to call them first, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's right, I said it. So if you've started from the very beginning of this program with us, you'll already have your foundation set up for this particular function. Now we're going to add some steroids to what you already have in place. If you're just joining us at this point, you'll have a ton of catching up to do, but by the end of this month, you'll still be a pro. You ready to level up? All right, our lecture, our weekly call, and then by month's end, you'll create 2 sales funnels to generate client leads in your business, create 2 types of automations to support both sales funnels. Awesome, right? So then in month 5, the whole month, we are solely focusing on increasing your influence and growing your candidate and client base using networking and events specific to your market. Now, networking is the number 2 way to grow your business. And now that we have a taste of how to navigate LinkedIn and generate referrals, it's time to level up your networking game. This month, all coaching and exercises will be around you learning how to network for business, attending networking events, and creating your very own networking event. This is going to be a super fun month. And our guests are so dope around that. One of the guys that you guys are going to meet, he's like the king of networking here in Atlanta. And this guy is going to he's going to show you how to become a master networker and how to put on amazing events. I literally cannot wait for you to meet him. In particular, all of our guests are going to be great, but this one in particular is going to just freaking be awesome. You get your live lectures, your coaching calls every week, and by the month's end, you'll learn how to network online and offline. You'll attend 3 networking events with networking goals throughout the course of the month, and you are actually going to create your very own networking event. You're going to fill the event and actually deliver the event. And you're going to stream live at your event in the Facebook group to show everyone that you are on your ish, okay? So you get points. So I think we need a badge for that, but you get points for rocking out your networking event. And the idea is to automate this process while we're doing it throughout the course of the month so that every month you can have a new event taking place, small, big, or large, or whatever you decide. All right? Then we're going to dive into month 6. This is our final month. Well, sorta. We're kind of, I feel like, at the halfway point, right? But month 6, we're talking about skill marketing, okay? And you'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using skill marketing. Marketing only the best talent into companies who have a problem that you can solve by providing amazing talent is one of the most lucrative ways to grow your niche practice. This month, we're going to show you how to dominate the art of skill marketing. Live lectures, weekly calls for coaching, hot seats. Don't forget, every time we do a weekly call, there's a hot seat involved. So you're going to do your numbers, but you also can get on the hot seat and we can talk about your business specifically. By month's end, you'll know how to identify talent to market a company. You'll learn how to find and use candidates to generate new business opportunities. You'll learn how to introduce and skill market talent to hiring managers within your niche market. Then, congratulations, you have reached your goals. Wow! At this point, you can decide to stay with the program if you've reached your goal or stay in the program at this level until you reach your goal. So some of you, like I stated earlier, you will literally self-sabotage yourself. Some of you are going to self-sabotage, and it's going to take you way more than 6 months to get your thing going. I promise you. But some of you are going to use this to your advantage. You're going to let go of your fears, your doubts, and all of that stuff, and you are literally going to rock it out. So you're going to hit your numbers within the first 3 months, maybe even in the first 6 months, and you're going to be ready to move on to the next portion of the program. Because once you reach your goal, you'll receive another certificate of completion and all of your registration details for you to walk and get pinned at the Staffingpreneurs annual conference in May. This is really the core of the program. The first 8.5 months is really the core part of the Staffingpreneurs Academy group coaching program. Now, anything that you decide to do beyond is 100% pure bonus to level you up and take you to the next level, okay? So let's talk about that. Okay. So at that point, we have 12 months to gain influence and scale your business. All right. And this is what the Staffingpreneur Influencer Level Up Group Coaching Program. Month 1, influencer marketing. Month 2, Facebook marketing. Month 3, Instagram marketing. Month 4, podcast marketing. Month 5, webinars and telesummit marketing. Month 6, blog marketing, and I can keep going. This particular program starts January 2020. If you don't do the other programs and you want to start this program, you've got to wait till January 2020. However, I'm going to tell you right now, the pricing will be different in January 2020. I just throw that out there. But definitely, if you join the program now and you stay with the program, your pricing will stay consistent. But let's get into it so you'll know what you'll be doing to become an influencer. So month 7, which is January, my birthday month, you're gonna learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using influencers and becoming an influencer to your specific niche market. So finding the top influencers within your market and becoming a top influencer is your natural progression. And we're starting this Staffingpreneur Influencer Level Up Coaching Program with a bang, making sure that you do this thing and you do it right. So you still have your lectures, you still have your coaching calls with the hot seat, and by month's end, you will have connected with at least 5 social influencers within your niche market. That's not even a lot, but that's really an overkill. 5 is a lot, but it's not a lot when you think about it either. The building of one candidate and one niche community. So yes, you are going to build a community for your niche space. Now, I've tried to do this with a couple of my staffingpreneurs, and it overwhelmed them initially because I just said, hey, do this, this, this. They tried to implement it, and it just didn't work out for them because they didn't know what they were doing and how to make it happen. We're going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to build your community, how to maintain the community, and grow the community. So I'm very excited about this journey with you. And you'll also create 2 informational products to sell to your community. We're going to do that. And it may be some of you will sell, some of you will give it away for free, but we'll definitely do that as well. I'm excited about that. Then in month 8, which is February, we're going to focus solely on Facebook marketing. Okay? You'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using Facebook, creating content specific to your market. Facebook is the largest social media platform in the world and still growing. During this month, we will get into the nitty-gritty around connecting with your target market using Facebook, Facebook Stories, Facebook fan page, Facebook Live, Facebook Groups, Facebook Watch, Facebook Ads. That's right, we're covering all things Facebook. And by the end of the month, we'll create a Facebook account or page if you don't have one. You'll learn how to use the many features that Facebook brings to the table strategically within your business model. You'll choose one strategy from Facebook and implement it. You'll also learn how to run Facebook ads. So this is going to be a pretty aggressive month, okay? Now, typically this course alone starts at $997. Literally, I have this course. It starts at $997. So it's really, really big. And I'm excited to take you on this journey. There, like each of these courses probably are $997 apart. These topics that we're covering, but we're going to do it all in a month, and you'll be a Facebook pro by the end of the month. Okay. So then in month 9 in March of 2020, we're diving into Instagram marketing. Okay. You'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using Instagram, creating content specific to your market. So Facebook might be the largest social network, but Instagram is where everyone is hanging out at, right? Instagram is super easy to use and it still has a lot of room to grow. You can be an Instagram pioneer, and this month, the month of March of 2020, we're going to show you how to use Instagram like a pro to attract clients and the very best talent. All right. Now, at the end of the month, you'll have created an Instagram account, learn how to use the many features strategically within your business model, and you will choose one strategy and implement it. You will also learn how to run what? Instagram ads. Right now, everybody is on Instagram. Instagram is the platform right now. Okay. Now, in the month of April, podcasting with a purpose is going to take place. You're going to learn to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using podcasting, creating content specific to your market. Now that you're growing some influence, it's time to connect with your client and candidate market using a different medium. Depending on your niche, this strategy will catapult your circle of influence and really connect you with the right clients and candidates within your market space. Radio used to be all the craze, but today podcasting is what's hot. This market is just starting to ignite, and there's lots of room for you to make your mark. This month, we'll be focused on building your podcast, okay? Now, so by the end of April, really by the end of May, you'll have a full podcast launched. You'll start the first portion of that process in April. You would have created the podcast framework. You'll have your first 3 to 5 guests scheduled and interviewed, and you'll also learn how to become a guest on someone else's podcast. For the month of May, we will be going into our first annual Staffingpreneurs Startup Conference in Los Angeles, California. That'll be from Friday, May 15th through Sunday, May 17th. And we'll have an awesome keynote speaker, a cap and pinning ceremony for group coaching and one-on-one graduating classes. So anybody who's my one-on-one, y'all know I'm not taking any more one-on-ones after the end of this month. But if you've been my one-on-one in the year of 2019, you will also be recognized at the annual conference. We'll have amazing speakers who will help push your business forward. We'll have breakout sessions so that you can focus on what's important to you in your business. We'll share success stories that are going to blow your effing mind. We're going to be tons of networking opportunities, live entertainment, great food and drinks, valuable vendors with products and services to help your business grow, so much more. And we'll also be completing part 2 of our podcast coaching because we'll be focusing on the annual conference. We're just going to roll over what we did and last month in podcasting to this month to really make sure you have some really cool things going on. One of the things that I would like to see you guys do that are in this portion of the program is stream your podcast live or do a recording of your podcast at the startup conference so that your customers and your candidates can really buy into your mission and what you're doing around the business. That's just going to be super important. All right. So by this time, you literally are on the map and everybody knows who you are. Okay. Now, in June, all right, month 12, we'll be winning with webinars and telesummits, and you'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using webinars and telesummits specific to your market. During this month, we'll be focusing on showing the value that you bring to both candidates and clients using webinars and telesummits. That's right. You'll be focusing on driving both active and passive talent to your business, but this will be mainly passive talent so that you can become a true competitive advantage to, everyone in the market. The market share, take market share, dominate your market with webinars and telesummits. Oh, yes. And by month's end, you'll have accomplished creating one client telesummit or webinar. You can do one or both. You can do both. I think it'll be best to choose which one you want to do and do one and continue to incorporate that into your strategy from this point forward. But you'll create one for your clients specifically and create one specifically for your candidates. You'll learn how to fill them, and you will actually deliver them both within this month. And then after that, you'll be able to strategically build them out in different ways. All right. Month 13, July, you'll be blogging like a boss. You'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using blog content created specifically to your market. Being able to build relationships with people who do not yet know you is an important part of being in business, right? One of the easiest ways to accomplish this and to gain more leads is blogging. During this month of coaching, we will be focusing on all the schematics of building and launching a blog that drives organic traffic, that generates leads, that shows you as an industry thought leader, and builds the relationship. Blogging is 100% a great way to attract both clients and candidates. And by the end of the month, you'll launch your blog with 6 engaging and lead generating content articles. You'll learn how to invite guest bloggers and how to become a guest blogger yourself. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you each of these courses for the latter part, are literally full-blown courses, right, that I have implemented. We're not doing the full-blown course. We're doing the group coaching, so you'll learn just enough to be dangerous, execute, and to rock it out, right? So just keep that in mind. Month 14, August, we'll navigate and master the power of Google, and you'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using Google Ads, advertising content specific to your market. Okay? So if you're going to take market share, and honey, that is our goal, understanding how to use Google and have Google work for you is going to be imperative. So during this month, we will learn the ins and outs of using Google, Google Ads, Google for Jobs, and so much more. You will, by the end of the month, you'll create your Google Analytics and your AdWords account. You'll learn how to navigate Google for Jobs, and you'll publish your first set of live ads. All right. Month 15, September, you'll build your YouTube channel out. You'll learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using YouTube videos, creating content specific to your market. Video subscription platforms like YouTube are the next version of TV. And guess what? You don't need permission or large marketing dollars to create your own quote-unquote TV show. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world after Google, processing more than 3 billion searches a month. You have the power to tap into your core network and beyond. Now listen, YouTube, I just want to share this with you. YouTube today is actually bigger than Bing, Yahoo, Ask, and AOL combined. So if you're not using YouTube, don't worry. We're going to show you how to use it and dominate it, okay? By the month's end, you'll be creating your own YouTube channel. You'll learn how to properly live stream and how to tap into your client and candidate market using YouTube, okay? Month 16, you're going to actually publish a freaking book. As I said it, that's what you're going to do. We're going to show you how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using a published book, delivering content specific to your market. At this point, you'll be a major influencer within your market, which means it's time to solidify your presence by publishing your first book. That will be this month's agenda, okay? So by the end of the month, you'll have a complete book ready to be published with a strategy to gain influence using newsjacking and other marketing techniques. So by November or by December of 2020, you will be a published author within your niche space. December 2020, you will learn how to increase your influence and grow your candidate and client base using digital products and services specific to your market. It's time to really step up your game by creating an online store to sell digital, and for some of you, like your nurses, physical products, as well as to generate leads and connect with amazing talent. This is a great way to start the conversation with a part of your market that you would not normally meet. All right, so you've got a live lecture, coaching. By the end of the month, you'll have built an e-commerce store with at least 5 digital products to sell at a minimum. And I just want you to know everything that I am teaching you over the course of 18 months, I have successfully done myself and successfully helped other people do. So I'm not teaching you anything that I have not done, that I have not achieved, that I have not accomplished. I am not that coach. I'm teaching you things that are absolutely real, that are doable. If this little chick can do it, you can do it. So really, really cool stuff, okay? So just to recap, in 18 months, less than 2 years, you'll go from rookie to influencer status within your niche market. You'll go from $0 in sales to achieving the goals that you have given yourself the ability and the permission to achieve. How awesome is that? So now we're going to talk about the Staffingpreneurs Academy group coaching pricing. We're going to take you from setup to launch, and then from launch to your first 3 placements, and then scale and triple your revenue. All right. So right now we have a pre-sale price. It's a $99 enrollment fee so that we know that you're serious. That solidifies your commitment to this group coaching program. And then the fee is $297 a month. Okay. This is pre-sale price. The reason why I'm telling you now, the reason why you want to take advantage of this enrollment price now is because literally on June 26th, I think, or 25th, the price is going to change. Okay, so the enrollment fee will stay the same, but the price will end up being $497 a month. Okay. And then at that point, starting in January, the enrollment will go up. The enrollment will stay $99, but the price will be $19.97 a month. And really, that is the core price of this program. It's $19.97 a month. Okay. So I'm offering it at a pre-sale for $297 a month. But the things that I am teaching you are worth $50,000 or more, right? The things that I am teaching you, I have spent hundreds and thousands of dollars and money to learn how to do it, and in coaches to do it the right way, and then in time to implement those things myself, and then teaching them to other people and seeing them succeed so much. You're getting all of this for a very low cost of $297 a month. So you want to sign up under the $297 a month as early as you can. Okay. Now, if you're a lifetime member, a Staffingpreneurs Academy lifetime member, you've been with us for a long time, you are in the lifetime package, which we're no longer offering at anymore after the end of this month. Your enrollment fee is also $99, but your monthly fee is $107 a month from now until the end of time. Okay. So your fee will always be $107 a month. No, you won't have to pay the $297, $497, $19. It will always be $107 a month. So if you are currently a lifetime member, your fee will always be $107 a month until the end of time. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you. And yeah, get started. Wow. You got to go right now and you've got to get started with this program. Now, one thing I wanted to do is to kind of do some pre-launch questions, right? So I'm interested in getting started. How quickly can I start? And what happens after I make my payment? So you're going to gain access immediately. However, because this program does not go live until May 1st, 2019, your payment, once your payment is made, you'll get your logins, right? But the full program starts on Wednesday, May 1st. For businesses that are already fully set up and can pass the audit, you can start the launch and go to scale Triple M group coaching program on Wednesday, June 26th. And the influencer program starts January 2020. So for many of you, you're going to start in the very beginning because you want to keep the pricing at the $297 a month, or because you want to go through the full program so that you can get things set up properly. Some of you are not going to come in until Wednesday, June 26th. If you are a lifetime member, you'll pay $107 to join. If you are not a lifetime member, at that point, it'll be $499. So you do have the ability to sign up for the Launch and Go to Scale program. You will have the ability to sign up for that under the current pricing structure 2 weeks, maybe even 30 days in advance, but I didn't want to do it 30 days because that would be just like a free month hanging. So 2 weeks in advance, you'll be able to sign up for that before Wednesday, June 26th, so that you can keep the same pricing of the $297 before it goes up. Blah, 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 blah. I hope that was helpful. Let's get some more. Do I have to start from the beginning if my business is already set up? You can start from the very beginning or choose a program based on where you are in your business. The full program starts on May 1st. For businesses that are already full set up, can pass the audit, you can do the launch and go. The influencer program starts 2020. All right, so let's answer a few more questions here to get things moving. How much time will this take? You can expect to commit 2 to 4 hours a day minimum to review the training, get your doing done, and then critique and look over your doing. This should also include the time we spend together live online, all right? Does it actually take 8.5 months to set up and launch the business? How quickly will I see a return on my investment? That's a really good question. First, that will depend on the niche that you choose and how well you know your market. It also depends on how connected you are with your personal and professional network, as well as the level of effort that you choose to invest into the business. It typically takes 6 weeks to set up a niche recruitment and staffing business and 30 to 90 days to land your first contract, make the placement, waiting on the check. Okay. However, you have 6 months with this program to not only hit your goals, but exceed them in a loving and competitive environment while continuously implementing new strategies to help you reach your financial goals for the year after you've completed the setup of your business. All right. Now, will I get to work with D. Williams personally or another coach to help me along the way? So this is a group coaching program where you'll have access to live and video lectures, as well as weekly group coaching calls via Zoom, included a guided hot seat session with other professionals who are typically in the same stage of their business as yourself. You can add Voxer support to your group coaching program for $107 a month, which is and you get 4 hours of Voxing support per month. You can schedule 30 minutes to 2 hours of one-on-one time with D. Williams or one of our other expert coaches on an as-needed basis. All right, I hope that was helpful. Can you guarantee that I will finish the program and make money? Great question. We guarantee that we will provide you with all of the knowledge, tools, and resources needed to really bring this business to life so that you can learn for you to earn millions of dollars and truly make a great impact. Unfortunately, many people are going to sign up. However, only a small percentage will make money because most people who start something don't take action. They feed into their self-doubt and they allow that self-doubt to consume them. They procrastinate, they create fear, they live off of excuses or simply just don't complete what they started. You are a CEO and ultimately responsible for your outcome. This is a $400+ billion industry globally. So we know that it works, right? It's just up to you to put in the work to ensure the business works for you too. When will I be billed for the membership program? When you get started, you'll be charged a $99 enrollment fee, which will be deducted from your account immediately. On the 27th of each month, your credit card will be charged for you to establish your monthly payment. The cost of the program for a limited time is $297 a month for non-members and $107 for Lifetime Academy members. How long will this price be available for? The Staffingpreneurs Academy group coaching program will only be available for the $297 a month price until June 25th, 2019. This is our special pre-sale pricing. I know it's a little nuts to offer such a price, but I really want to attract serious doers. So it will only be at this price for a short period of time. From June 26, 2019 to May 30th, 2019, the cost will increase to $497 a month, which is our special launch price. And then it'll stay that price until June 2020, and beyond, and the cost will be $1997 a month, which is the actual cost of the group coaching program. All right. What other tools do I need? You and I will walk through all of that in more detail inside, but basically there's 3 main tools you're going to need. And it's actually more than 3 main tools. I don't know why I put 3 as my number besides 7 and 5, but that was an error. It's really a few tools. So let me talk to you about it. So you have your recruitment technology, which typically runs about $99 a month. You've got your Google Drive, your online calendar, Trello, Slack, and your email marketing and funnel builder, which is typically somewhere around $99 a month as well, give or take what you choose to use, okay? Is there a refund or cancellation policy since there is no guarantee? You can feel free to cancel at any time. However, we have a firm no re-entry policy. Okay, I want to make sure that's very clear. We have a firm no re-entry policy. If you leave the program, you leave the program for life. Now, you can cancel 15 days before your next billing cycle, the 12th of each month. By the 12th of each month, you need to do that, and you won't be charged again, and you will be permanently removed from the program, okay? You can put your membership on hold for up to 90 days max, okay? So I know sometimes life happens, things get crazy, and you need to hold off. That's fine. You have up to 90 days to do so. But after that, your card will be charged again and continue to be charged until the program is over. So you need to let us know what's going on. We do have a no refund policy as well. I spend a lot of time. Like I said, these are programs, like I have courses for these that I sell for $1,000 or more. I'm taking my time out. This is one-on-one. This actual 18-month program is worth well over $50,000, if not close to $75,000. So I am not interested in working with anyone who is on the fence about whether or not this is something that they want to do, who's interested in getting a refund, who's interested in canceling. No, I'm only interested in working with people who have already decided in their heart, mind, soul, and spirit and talked it over with their higher energy that this is the path that they're going to take by any means necessary. And this program is going to help them get there. So we do not have a guarantee, because I can't guarantee what you're going to do. I can't guarantee that you're actually going to implement. And you might say that, and that's great, but I've worked with enough people in this industry to know what you say and what you do are two totally different things. And I only want to work with doers, people who are passionate about doing. Okay? So no refunds, no guarantee. You define the guarantee, and we go from there. All right? Will I lose access to the group coaching portal and the information if I cancel my membership? And the answer to that is yes. This is a monthly group coaching program designed to get you from point A to point B, and then from point G, and then point Z. So once this coaching program is over, you will not have access to the material, but you will be able to download some of that information that's posted. Most of the information is delivered during the program, so you'll actually be implementing things. You won't need that content again. It's all about the implementation, okay? You'll also be building your business custom to you and your niche market. All right, final question. With that being said, if you're ready to stop dreaming and start doing, join me inside of the Staffingpreneurs Academy coaching program now to reserve your spot before they're all gone. Let's make this happen.